you trying to do something, you gotta lead with the band.
It's week 3 of the NFL, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Jets and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
One of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other,
the veteran Nick Folk about ready to get this show started. And off we go from KC. Brown now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And now it's 4th down. On comes the Chiefs punter. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. Leading them out, it is their rookie quarterback from your alma mater, Greg, University of Miami.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Mike Williams, the one he was looking for, and that will lead to a 2nd down. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he gets this up close to the 40. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They face second down and 7. Another run here with Hall. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On fourth down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Chiefs offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing is Mahomes. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They had to punt on their opening drive. No damage done as of yet. Still scoreless here, and they'll pick it up 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. George Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack. 3rd and long. Back to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here's Matt Ariza now as he's standing right around his own goal line. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Chiefs offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Putting the tight end in motion. Right back to the air from Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Wiley, his tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and a give to Hall. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now they'll set up to throw. This complete to Corley. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. And that'll set up 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the Jets. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Caught by the tight end, Wiley. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the 1st quarter.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, Mahomes. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Mahomes back. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Working the right side, taken in by Rice.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
Throwing is Mahomes. It is brought in the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. That his first touchdown of the new year.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Whoa! And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways. When they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This is one of those cases where the offense is counting on the defensive line being over-aggressive in their pass rush, thinking that they can get the ball out of the quarterback's hand and into the back and pick up the first down on the yards after the catch. But the defense was obviously ready for it. A lot of guys running to the ball and just nowhere to go.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. We'll see how they want to attack things here. Backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. That's going to keep the drive moving. He's got the first down, up past the 25.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
1st and 10. Now a handoff, running right. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Jets' 42-yard line.
They bring a tight end in motion left. Mahomes now on 2nd down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
The Jets offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On the give, it's Hall. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Micah Hyde up to make the tackle. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Here's the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That's Hassan Reddick getting in there to bring him down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat the 1st down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Once again, they keep it on the ground. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good, the hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this 1st half. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And that one's going to have time with the Panthers out to a good lead. 2-2 at Well. A touchdown catch in that 1st half. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels, sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Travis Etienne with a touchdown run. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Jets offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Breece Hall, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. A run here with Hall. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And he'll get a few